Michael Dell's once said, "You don't have to be a genius or a visionary or even a college graduate in order to be successful. You just need a framework and a dream." Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Miguel Rojas Canaria, and today I'm going to present you my dream. What does it mean to be a global citizen? According to Cosmos campaign, a global citizen is someone who identifies itself with an emerging world community and whose actions contribute to this community's values and practices. To test the validity of this definition, they examine its basic assumptions. A, that there is such a thing as an emerging world community, and B, that such a community has a nascent set of values and practices. I believe that this definition is true in many ways. Being a global citizen is thinking about others and not about yourself. It is finding new ways to help people grow in values, even if it looks impossible. It also is respecting cultures and not putting them aside. Not thinking as a citizen of a tribe or community, but as a citizen of the entire world. Martin Luther King Jr. once said,
"I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream."
And this is true in many ways, because people must not be judged by their culture, religion, or the way they look, but because of the things they do in life. As global citizens, we stand against one of the greatest enemies in our time, extreme poverty. We're fighting because we know that a world that deprives 1.2 billion people of their basic rights is unjust and unacceptable. We're fighting because we know that we must be the ones to do something about it. Taking this into account, we can securely say that global citizens are the people that are going to change the world. Why? Because they are people with passion and the mission to make this world a better place to live in. We can also say that global citizens are people that will never give up, because they always find a way to help poor people in need, and they also have empathy for others. There are many movements and foundations that support this idea, like the Global Citizen Music Festival, Earthville Foundation, or Cosmos Foundation. All these movements and foundations have the same goal: to change the world that we live in and to make it a better place. For example, the Global Citizen Music Festival has the goal to end extreme poverty by 2030. And Earthville Foundation helps poor people in many countries. So we can take this into account, and we can say that global citizens are working very hard to break the cycle of poverty and to help poor people. But that we need to learn and we need to take action. We need to change the things that have trapped people in broken global systems that have been in place for far too long. And you might be thinking that this strategy only applies for famous or recognized people, but I don't believe so. I do believe that everybody can be a global citizen, no matter where you live or who you are. Embrace the idea or ignore it. Everybody here can be a global citizen. While your citizenship is a birthright, you do have the choice of being contributing global citizens who rebel on diversity and seek solutions to the challenges facing our planet, or you can be just passive ones who allow the others provide the answers for us. Being said that, we can say that in order to be a global citizen, you need to do many things, but there are some that might be kind of important. For example, if you want to be a global citizen, you need to possess a passport, travel to other countries, and learning about cultures and norms that create an awareness. This will help you to be a better global citizen. We can also say that if you want to be a global citizen, you need to respect everything you do. Now, if you want to be a global citizen, you have to do many other things. You have to change the way you do things and change the way you see the world. A true global citizen possesses a wide view of the world and the part that he or she plays in it. Being said that, I believe that you can be a global citizen. While us, the global citizens, may face many challenges today, I do not doubt that if you begin the kind of critical thinking and passionate protagonism that is required in global citizenship, change is not only possible, it is inevitable, and you can make it happen. More than 450 years before the birth of Christ, Confucius said, "What I hear, I forget. What I see, I remember. What I do, I understand. Let's do it together. We've heard what we have to do. We've seen what we need to do. Now is the time to do it. And together we can. Personally, I consider myself a global citizen. And you, are you a global citizen?